I was screaming to the top of my lungs, and I was looking for the medicine. I grabbed a bottle of Jack Daniels, honey. Never forget it was on the kitchen counter. I poured all the pills out in the middle of the floor. I took a picture and I sent it to him. I said, this is what you've caused. And I walked into another relationship with another pastor because there was such an anointing, as they said, on my life that I looked like I should be a preacher's wife. I ran with it. I thought it was cute. Only kick, holler, curse, spit, fight, get it all out.
I can't.
You got to.
Because the moment
you have to.
I let.
Because that's not what he wanted. Pastor wanted someone that he could go to bed with at night but not bring home to his church. And then the third pastor.
Go.
You gotta let it go.
I feel like I won't come back up.
It's okay.
Sis right here want to say something. She is on the eyebrows. It's all in the eyebrows.
Yes.
You want to say something. I feel it right up in here. You got a note in your throat. You want to sing it out. Don't you?
It was only 3 weeks into my marriage that I realized I'd made my mistake. The thing I want her to know, that I want you to know, is that it is okay to be angry.
Right.
Because anger is it's an emotion, and it's a natural emotion. And what's really crucial is how you act on that anger. But you have to allow yourself to be angry. The question, I guess, becomes, why did I stay if I knew 3 weeks into the marriage that I'd made a mistake?
Me acting on the anger is doing what I did just 3 hours ago. Instead of being angry, I still wanted to be loved, wanted, and needed. I'm back to popping the pills to suppress my pain. He didn't want my hips and my back. Sort of hard from a person that prostituted herself from the age of 10 until she was 35.
Your phony was just different from our phony.
Yes.
I thought I was marrying a knight, but that night quickly evolved into a nightmare.
Right. Your phony was just different.
From a man's point of view, they all had men, but they weren't real.
But there was a point.
For sure, it's no different. I mean, the only difference is our husbands or our exes at home.
Then my husband was on the down low.
I think that's the category. I don't want to try to speak for everybody, but whatever happened, as a woman, it don't matter what it is. You tend to feel less than.
That's right.
You tend to feel less than. And
I did it all because I was a success. I had a husband, so whatever he asked me to do, I did it. Oh yeah, with regard to the other 2 ladies that called, I'm not going to get ghetto on you. So I contacted them. Are you on welfare? The answer was yes. Give me your case number and we'll take care of it.
Maybe about a month ago, you were going through a suicide crisis when you had decided you were going to end your life. And the post says something like, I'm ending it all.
I'm tired.
I was so mad at you. You know, I kept calling you. I said, I don't know this sister. I know the story because we talked.
Right.
But I said, how dare her?
He always used to guest bathroom. A man that I'm married to, I'm now living with, doesn't want me to see him in the nude. I needed some understanding.
And what you don't understand, that there's a lot of people that is your sister's keeper.
That's right.
That's your keeper. After my 3rd child from my first preacher husband, I had my tubes tied and burnt and got with my other husband and he wanted a baby, I wanted a baby, and had the operation to have everything reversed, only to lose 2 babies. But when I came home from the hospital, I looked on the computer and he was watching porn. And he had also put an ad on Christian Mingle stating that he was a preacher looking for a wife. And I'm like, damn, I just had a miscarriage. I've been in the hospital for 10 days and this is what I get. It hurt. I didn't understand.
My second marriage to a preacher was a 15-year marriage. And in that marriage, there was infidelity from day one.
That I am once again warning you. And I remember times in the shower, just sitting at the bottom, just crying. And letting the water run over me and saying, God, I don't understand. It hurts too bad. But somehow you put on your face and you continue to smile.
You know, interesting enough, when I got to the third pastor, I thought that I got it right.
I was with a pastor because I thought that he had the ultimate authority. Next to God, I was under the illusion that he was supposed to love me the way God loved his church. I was supposed to be in that fitting. So I accepted dysfunction. I accepted being the jump off. I accepted being the fiance that never got married. I accepted being the other woman because I was still thinking that somewhere in the midst of there, I would be found. This, I can't look to her or him. I keep looking at him. And even when because that's how I'm gonna keep you. Oh, I gotta settle for a piece of you. Because a piece of you is better than having none of you. Because I believe that it wasn't gonna get no better. Take it for what it is because I'm getting too old for this. I got a 15-year-old at home and I've never been able to show an example of stability because I don't know what it looks like.
Actually living in a real life Genesis 16 scenario.
From here on out, no matter how many days I got, it's all about me.
But it was the church that turned their back on me.
And the only thing I could do was get angry because I didn't learn enough to prevent her from happening to her. And I'm asking God the same thing as I took down that whiskey.
I wanted to just die, and I remember my church, two of my sisters at the church, we were in the office and I was crying and didn't know that I was crying this particular day, and tears were just pouring and I couldn't feel it. She started to ask me these questions about what had been going on and a lot had been going on, and I realized my marriage was falling apart and I was trying to fix it.
I was infertile for 13 years, and at the end of my marriage, I became pregnant with our daughter. And I knew that I would have to watch Hagar raise my daughter.
I was on everything I could. I mean, from swinging around the poles to whatever I could do to try to fix it, try to save it. And I told her, I said, I just want to die. Well, in the state of Georgia, when you say that to somebody, you get 72 hours in the mental institution.
I attempted suicide twice. But you know what? I always tell people I'm the phoenix that rose from the ashes, because in spite of all of that, I'm yet holding on to my faith. It was a process, it was a journey.